Welcome back. This morning, a Massachusetts mom got a big surprise when thousands of dollars worth of Amazon packages started arriving on her doorstep earlier this week.
Terrifying. The culprit, a feisty 5-year-old who had monetary access to mom's phone. 5-year-old Lila ordered 5 pink motorcycles, 5 blue motorcycles in case the other 5 pink ones weren't enough, 10 pairs of cowgirl boots, and a Jeep. That comes out to over $3,000 worth of goodies, and her mom, Jessica, didn't have a clue. Jessica says she remembers giving Lila her phone to play some games in the car, but instead of a punishment, Jessica is using this as a teachable moment for her daughter. Wait, so is she returning?
I would imagine so.
Oh, she
She is returning all those, yes.
She is returning.
Unless she just needs 10 bikes.
I love how she's like 5 pink ones and 5 blue ones.
Yeah. Hey, you know, there you go. Lila's got it. She's getting maybe some for her buddies or siblings. All right, time now is 8:57, getting closer to 9 o'clock here, and temperature is 63 degrees.
Still ahead at 9. It's been 28 years since Selena, the Queen of Tejano, has passed away. We'll hear from her family and why they believe the icon is still being remembered today. The latest with former President Donald Trump and his indictment. What is being said about the possible charges he is facing?
And taking a live look at CityCam, we could see that sun trying to peek out just a little bit here. Mia Montgomery is standing by with the very latest on your weekend forecast. Good morning. It is 9 o'clock on this Saturday. Getting a chance to fill in for Max today.
Love to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate being here.
And love to have Mia, who's filling in for Sarah Spivey as well with us today.
Yep, it is a fun morning to say the least. It is a beautiful morning here in San Antonio. Perfect conditions to step out to for any Saturday morning plans. I do want to get you a look at the radar though, because while most of us are quiet here and dry, and most of us will likely stay that way throughout the remainder of the day, we do have a few downpours to an isolated thunderstorm that were able to develop in northern Mexico over the past couple of hours. One of those thunderstorms is now crossed over the Rio Grande just north of Eagle Pass. They're near the 277 corridor. Non-severe, but still we'll keep eyes on how far that is able to travel farther up to the northeast here this morning. Again, for most of us, we are dry out there and we had some lower humidity, drier air move in overnight, especially across our central, northern, and western counties. So it is comfortable out there this morning as well. We are in the 60s for the most part here in Bexar County, still some 50s though up in the hill country, 52 in Kerrville and 50 in Bandera. The current temperature, partly cloudy skies expected throughout the day today. Low 80s by lunchtime here in town, and then daytime highs do look to top off in the mid 80s, maybe a little bit warmer across our far southwestern counties. Highs in the upper 80s, closer to 90. As we head into Sunday, more morning cloud cover. The humidity returns, a couple of isolated showers, especially in the morning possible. Check out that warming trend Monday and Tuesday. A little taste of summer right around the corner. 93 by Monday, 95 by Tuesday. If that's too hot for you, we've got some cooler air and some better rain chances, though, that look to move in through the second half of next week. We'll get you all those details coming up in just a few.
All right, Mia, thank you very much. This morning, it is all about good food for a good cause, and you cannot beat that. It's the goal behind Mike Taylor's Barbecue Benefit Cook-Off fundraiser.
Alyssa Cole joining us live from the west side, outside of the Salvation Army's Boys and Girls Club on Peacock, which is near Woodlawn Lake Park. So, Alyssa, the proceeds from the barbecue plate sale, they are going a long way.
Yes, they're going a long way, all to benefit the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club. But before we get into that, because we'll talk about that at 9:32, the purpose, the drive behind all of this, we're going to talk to one of our awesome cooks. There's 25 cook teams out here. They're all looking to sell all their plates to benefit the Boys and Girls Club. But we're here with our awesome chefs, and I'll let you introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Eddie Brabant for Brabant BQing. This is my team. My wife and sisters and stuff. How you doing?
Yes, and if you could just tell us, what are you all preparing over here? It looks really interesting. Come on in, Santiago.
Okay, so this is actually going to be a specialty entry. So this is going to be a skirt steak pinwheel. So we're going to skewer them. This is going to be filled in with spinach, provolone cheese, and sun-dried tomatoes. And then we're going to go ahead and skewer them up, and then we're going to serve the skewers as a specialty entry. And then we're also entering brisket, pulled pork, and then chicken categories as well.
Is this you all's first time being a part of this event for the Boys and Girls Club?
No, this is actually our second time doing cooking. Last year we helped out with the plating of the actual plates. They're actually doing the chicken and sausage event as well. But this is our third year out of the four with the event.
Wonderful. And you all, I can tell you, it smells so good, the aromas out here. And we have our cook-off experts here. Show us what you have here smoking under this hood.
This is just a little yum stuff that we're cooking for ourselves. We got the chicken going on in the big smoker here. So this is just a little extras of the skirt steak, the carnitas, you can say.
You got to have something on the side, you know, eating.
Our chicken and our brisket and our pulled pork cooking in the smoker right there. As well.
Wonderful. My last question, why are you a part of this event? We know what it's going towards, the benefiting of the boys and girls in this neighborhood. Why did you choose to be a part?
It's just about giving back. We know that it's going to be a part of the neighborhood and the neighborhood kids. And I belong to this neighborhood as well. So it's just about giving back and how these kids benefit from it. And during not only just in the summertime, but throughout the whole year. And so, you see everything being given back, and 100% of everything goes back to it. And so you see the wonderful gym that they have inside. They have a brand new floor in there. They have new soccer goals in here. I mean, just new things that are being brought into this facilities, and it's just specifically just for this facility itself.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you all. I appreciate it. Good luck to you all. This is happening at the Salvation Boys and Girls Club, 615 Peacock, over by the Woodline Lake area, from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. $10 can get you a plate of barbecue. All you got to do is just drive through and just pick it up, and you can continue going and enjoy your lunch on this Saturday. But I'll send it back to you all. RJ, Sarah?
Thank you, Alyssa. 2 people are in the hospital this morning after a shooting that happened on the city's south side. It happened yesterday afternoon near an apartment complex on West Amber Street near Pleasanton Road. San Antonio police say an argument allegedly happened between 2 groups of people, and as one group was leaving, shots were fired towards the other group's vehicle, hitting the 2 people inside. Those 2 shot, they're expected to be okay, according to police, and the other 2, they're in jail.
A 19-year-old named Mauricio Chavez Valderas is in jail this morning and facing charges for aggravated robbery. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says he's the man who was seen leaving a McDonald's restaurant on Wednesday after he robbed 3 teens inside the restaurant. Deputies found Valderas yesterday at a hotel on Southwest Loop 410.
Well, now due to the Nashville school shooting, the funerals now beginning for the 6 victims of the massacre.
And this comes as authorities release the 911 calls of the attack. Elwin Lopez is in Tennessee with the latest.
This morning, grief-stricken final goodbyes for the 6 lives brutally taken away in the latest massacre. The community gathering in pink and green to honor 9-year-old Evelyn Dickhouse, one of the 3 children killed at the Covenant School. The victim's family asking for privacy, but stating that they are overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and support, adding that it is comforting and uplifting. This as we hear the 911 calls revealing the terrifying moments that heavily armed suspect, a former student there, roamed the school's hallways, firing indiscriminately.
Oh my God. I'm afraid I'm gonna die.
Sirens blaring as another employee inside describes the terrifying moment he spots the shooter.
Okay, he's on the first floor on the main lobby with an automatic weapon. I just saw him walk past my office.
Outside of the church, the lead pastor making his way toward the church.
Are you inside? No, I'm coming. I'm the lead pastor. I'm going that way now. You may not want to go there without police.
His 9-year-old daughter, Hallie Scruggs, one of the 6 killed. Scruggs, along with 61-year-old substitute teacher Cindy Peak, is set to be buried later today.
That was Elwin Lopez reporting. Now to the new details in the indictment of former President Donald Trump. Exact charges are still unknown and remaining under a seal until Trump is arraigned in court. That indictment coming from the Manhattan grand jury stemming from an alleged $130,000 hush payment before the 2016 election after an alleged affair with entertainment star Stormy Daniels. ABC News is reporting that former President Trump has been charged with around 24 counts, including felonies.
The American journalist arrested in Russia this week, Evan Gershkovich, could be facing 20 years in prison if convicted for espionage. So Gershkovich was arrested for allegedly spying Russia's top security agency, the FSB, accusing him of collecting information on Russia's industrial military complex. Yesterday, President Joe Biden demanded Russia to release him. Gershkovich has been reporting in Russia since 2017.
All right, our time now is 9:09 on your Saturday morning and looking like 66 degrees out there.
So yesterday marked 28 years since the Queen of Tejano, Selena Quintanilla, died. Next, we look back at her fans missing her and how she is still remembered today.
And taking a look at live cam out there, things looking pretty good so far to start your Saturday morning. Me, Montgomery, standing by with the very latest with our weekend forecast.
Well, Friday marked 28 years since the Queen of Tejano, Selena Quintanilla, died after she was tragically shot and killed by her former fan club manager.
Yeah, that is hard to believe. And 28 years later, Selena is still a global sensation and an icon that is celebrated and adored.
So let's take a look back to 1995, how our fans missed her then, and why Selena's family believes she is still remembered and loved today.
Selena Quintanilla, her music, image, and legacy still lives on today, 28 years after she was tragically shot and killed. Let's take a look back at KSAT's newscast from April 1st, 1995, the day after she died.
Fans and family are left with her memory and her music.
Jesse Degollado visited Selena's recording studio and her hometown, where she is especially loved and missed.
We can't believe this happened to someone like her. That's why we had to come here to make ourselves believe that she's gone.
Selena gone but not forgotten. Her legacy lives on through her music, makeup line, her famous movie where Jennifer Lopez plays Selena, and right here in San Antonio where you can find several murals immortalizing the Queen of Tejano. In 2020, her family had big plans to commemorate the 25th anniversary of her death with a concert at the Alamo Dome. Unfortunately, it was canceled due to the pandemic. But we spoke to some of her family members then. Chris Bettis, who was married to Selena when she died, told us it wasn't until several years after her death the realization he had about how big of an impact she made and is still making on people's lives.
But now that people have learned the story and understand how hard it was and the work that we put into it, the work that she put into it, the work that her family put into it, and what she stands for now, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I get what she means to people and what she represents.
Her sister Suzette explains it best in Selena's own words.
I don't want to misquote my sister, but she said, the goal isn't to live forever, but to create something that will. And I truly believe that she has done that without even realizing what she left behind.
Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Truly amazing what an impact she still makes
Yeah,
on little
her music.
girls today and, you know, her fans.
Yeah, her music is timeless. It really, really is. And, you know, we saw Chris Bettis there. He did that interview back then with us. He's actually going to be out this barbecue today as one of the celebrity judges for the Mike Taylor cook-off. So Chris Bettis is still part of the community and still doing a lot of things. And still making his music as well. I think
his
he's
hot
part of the
sauce.
group. And his hot sauce, yes.
Can't forget his hot sauce.
Yeah.
Incredible. Well, so you're going out to the barbecue,
Going
right?
out there, Stephen
Gonna
Cavazos,
go be a
Lee.
judge?
I'm going to go eat some pork.
Nice.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome.
It's going to be good times.
It looks
Wait, are you
fun.
really in the pork category?
I'm in the pork category.
So there's different categories in your...
There's chicken, beef, specialty, and I got the pork.
I love that you got pork.
That's awesome. Y'all are gonna have a ton of fun. And the weather is great for the barbecue cook-off today as well. We have that drier air that's moved in for a good portion of the area. Dew point down to 41 this morning here in San Antonio. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s right now, 65 officially over at SA International. But we were talking about those lower humidity values that it moved in for at least some of us. So we had that weak cool front that moved in overnight and very early this morning. That drier air hasn't fully been able to take over our far southern and eastern counties. You can see those dew points are still a bit elevated for places like Kennedy, stretching over to Gonzales. But here in San Antonio, points west and points north, it feels very comfortable to step outdoors this morning as well. Earlier, we were looking at Gonzales specifically. We had some dense fog that developed out there in Gonzales County. The good news is, after seeing zero visibility about an hour ago, right now visibility has definitely improved. So that is good for anyone that's hitting the roadways this morning. All right, here in San Antonio, a mixture of sun and clouds expected today. Temperatures warm into the low 80s through the lunchtime hour, and then into this afternoon, mid 80s expected, and we'll throw in a 10% chance for very isolated stray shower to pop up later this afternoon and into the evening in and around Bexar County. Again, coverage is expected to be pretty limited, but we're also monitoring a stray thunderstorm that was able to develop out there in Maverick County this morning near Eagle Pass. This afternoon, though, most of us are expected to sit on the drier side, around 85 here in town, 87 in Floresville, stretching over to Nixon, 84 in Seguin, 86 in Bandera, a little bit cooler up into the hill country, Kerrville and Comfort expected to top off in the low 80s later this afternoon. Mention that drier air in place here in town today. Enjoy it throughout the remainder of this Saturday, because through the overnight and especially into tomorrow, that's where we're expected to see more of that Gulf moisture and humidity return. Before we can get there, by about 3 to 4 o'clock, there's where that 10% very isolated chance to find a few showers comes into play. And then later tonight, around 9 to 10 p.m. across our far southern and southwestern counties, a few more isolated showers certainly possible. Then we see that warm front move in tomorrow morning. We'll keep a 10 to 20% chance for a few isolated showers in the forecast there as well. Overall this weekend, well, yes, we could find a few pop-ups, not expecting anything crazy in terms of widespread coverage. Most of us are going to stay on the drier side. Tomorrow morning, again, more of that humidity is working back in, upper 50s, low 60s, highs reach for the upper 80s. And then into early next week, check out those temperatures, 93 by Monday, 95 by Tuesday. That could challenge that existing record high of 93. All right, promising rain chances, at least with what we've seen still over the past few days, late next week after that front moves in, specifically Thursday and Friday. So fingers crossed, and maybe keep the umbrella handy. We will continue to fine tune those details in the coming days, guys.
Okay, we'll get through Monday and Tuesday.
Yes.
Yeah, don't like that 95 on there.
We'll just pretend they never happened.
Yes, we'll just bypass it really quickly.
Yeah. Thank you, Mia.
Thank you, Mia. Time now is 9:19 and looking at 67 degrees right now.
Next, a look at what stories are trending online when we come back.
Welcome back. This summer, it's something you've never seen before at the San Marcos River. We are talking about the Crystal Kayak Glow Tours. It's going to have adventures down the San Marcos River for a unique night paddling experience. Each kayak has special underwater LED lights, and the translucent hull acts as a magnifying glass, and this allows paddlers to see the fish and wildlife in the river below. Trips typically take around 75 to 90 minutes, and you can read much more about these tours right now on KSAT.com.
One of the most beloved burger chains in Texas has announced the proper way to say its name. They're settling this debate, and the internet has some thoughts. So earlier this month, Whataburger tweeted that the correct way to pronounce it is, of course, Waterburger. Not Whataburger. It's Waterburger.
Not a Whata.
So many social media users shared their opinion, with one person telling the chain, "I think you're saying it wrong." So we want to hear from you. How do you pronounce it? You can go to our website. There is a poll where you can let us know. I am from Corpus Christi.
The home.
The home.
The OG.
The OG.
Uh-huh.
It's Whataburger.
It's Whataburger.
It's Whataburger. Wait, what if
I have heard
Whataburger?
something like Whataburger.
Or what a burger.
What a burger.
No one says what a
don't
burger. Don't do that.
Whataburger.
It's Whataburger.
We need to take that poll.
Whataburger.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, time now is 9:23 and 67 degrees outside.
Today on a brand new episode of Texas Eats, David Elder heads to Eagle Pass for some of the best tacos around.
You know, you have some different examples of the birria tacos that you have on the menu. You have a flour tortilla right here. You have a corn tortilla right here.
Man, so I can never have a favorite. It's always like flour one day, you know, and then, oh, I'm gonna watch the figure, you know, I'm gonna try maize.
You can't say that you're going to eat a birria taco and say you're watching your figure. I love it though, dude. All right, couple donks. Cheers it.
Sure.
That's the bite. Give me some foot. Bam. Give me some elbow. Bam. That's a double tap.
Okay, it's messy though.
It is, yeah, but it is delicious.
Yeah, like
so many great birria places.
Like pull your hair back, put a chongo in, put a bib on. That's how you eat that.
That's the best way to describe that. Yeah, yeah.
Hold on, I gotta put my hair up to eat this. You don't want stuff in your hair.
Yeah, absolutely. But
you know all about that, RJ.
Yeah, the birria boom is alive and well across all of South Texas.
Birria
for sure.
boom boom.
The birria boom boom.
Birria boom boom.
Birria boom. Yeah, that's
like that. All right, 928, 68 degrees. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Good Morning San Antonio. It is 9:30 on your Saturday, April Fool's Day. Happy April Fool's Day to everybody.
Happy April Fools. No jokes.
No.
Seriously,
none.
because you know
We
what
don't want
happens? The pranks always come back.
Yes.
It's just don't do it. It's silly. Like the fake posts and announcements and press releases.
Especially with social media. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Just be real.
Today we've decided that we're not going to do any
No
pranks, no April Fool's jokes, nothing like that. Exactly. Okay, so this morning, pretty comfortable to step out here in San Antonio. It was a little chilly, especially out in the hill country earlier. Kerrville and Comfort were able to dip down into the 40s. Right now, we've got a mix of sun and clouds out there, and temperatures are warming through the 60s. 62 at Randolph, 65 at Kelly, 68 over at Stinson on the south side of Bexar County, and 65 officially over at San Antonio International. All right, we are quiet here in San Antonio in terms of the radar, but still we're monitoring an isolated thunderstorm that has come off of the mountains of Mexico. This is to the northeast of Eagle Pass now, out there in rural Maverick County. This is moving to the northeast at about 25 miles per hour. Non-severe, just a little isolated thunderstorm that was able to develop. We'll see how well it can hold together as it approaches the northern reaches of Zavala County. But here in San Antonio, we are expecting relatively quiet conditions later this afternoon and into the evening. We've thrown in a 10 to maybe 20% potential for a few isolated light showers. That coverage is going to be limited throughout the remainder of the day. Temperatures are in the mid 80s. The humidity builds back in tomorrow. How about this for your temperature trend? 90s return early next week, but we do have some better rain chances and cooler temperatures that move in after a midweek front. We'll get you all those details coming up in just a few, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Mia. And obviously, a lot of people will be out and about, and one event taking place is all about good food for a good cause. And we're talking about the Mike Taylor Barbecue Benefit Cook-Off fundraiser that is kicking off right now on the west side.
My stomach is growling, and the proceeds from the barbecue plate sales, they're going a long way. Our Alyssa Cole is there now outside of the Salvation Army's Boys and Girls Club on Peacock near Woodlawn Lake Park.
Yes, that's exactly right. Every $10 plate of barbecue sold here will go towards benefiting the after-school programs, the summer camps, and the tutoring year-round programs here at the Salvation Army Boys and Girls Club. This Boys and Girls Club is the only location ran by the Salvation Army in San Antonio, and this particular location predominantly serves kids in the Woodlawn Lake neighborhood. Anywhere between 50 to 100 kids between 5 and 12 years old come here every day after school for tutoring, downtime, and maybe even a little meal or snack. We spoke with Salvation Army leaders, and they tell us this particular fundraiser event helps with the sustainability of community resources.
You know, childcare is expensive, and for children to have a safe place to go after school, that's a huge need that's filled. And then it's just that sense of having the opportunity to get, you know, tutoring and camaraderie with other children.
The after-school programs, access to internet and snacks, all of that is offered year-round by the Salvation Army here at the Boys and Girls Club. So the goal for today is to fund that effort. And all 25 of these barbecue cook-off teams are looking forward to selling out those plates, all in effort to raise that money so it benefits this organization. Alyssa Cole, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alyssa. 8 people are in jail and deadly drugs are off the streets after a major drug bust in New Braunfels.
New Braunfels police say after raiding 2 homes, they recovered around 6,500 counterfeit Percocet pills laced with fentanyl, all of which would be worth around $195,000 on the street. They also found about $22,000 in cash, a handgun, an assault rifle, marijuana edibles, and other narcotics.
And officials tell us the suspects arrested here range in age from 17 to 39 years old.
A Bexar County jury convicted a deputy U.S. Marshal of manslaughter. It was over an accident that happened back in January of 2020 along Loop 1604 in Babcock Road. Jonathan Jones was driving his pickup truck the wrong way when he crashed head-on to a sedan and killed 23-year-old Taylor McCowan. The U.S. Marshals put Jones on administrative leave after the crash. Right now, it's still up to the court to decide how long he'll spend in prison.
Assault rifles and baseball bats are part of the sales pitch that local school districts and private schools are gathering for school security. This was a sales demonstration from a company called Armored One. The CEO showed the strength of the company's security film and glass and demonstrated how much harder it would be for an active shooter to get into a school campus. New Texas school safety standards are expected to take effect later this spring. They include a requirement for schools' exterior glass doors to be able to resist a forced entry. And happening today, your chance to own a piece of San Antonio history.
Memorabilia from the pig stand will be auctioned off starting at 9. Well, it started about 30 minutes ago in the parking lot of the iconic diner on Broadway. That includes about 200 decorative pigs that once filled the diner over the past 100 years. The longtime San Antonio staple will shut its doors permanently earlier this month. The owner, Mary Ann Hill, says the proceeds will go to her staff.
They're going to need some money in their pocket. They got their last check already. I am happy and honored to do something for them.
She said she closed the pig stand in March to take care of her health and spend time with her children and grandchildren.
All right, and speaking of staples, San Antonio staples, also happening today, the Big Enchilada, as it's known, the library downtown will reopen after years of improvements. The Central Library has a newly renovated first floor. It includes a redesign of the main entrance for improved accessibility and security. There is also a new main desk, an art walk, an inclusive restroom as well. On the 3rd floor, the Children's Library was redesigned to include a new story room, early literacy play area, flexible programming space, and a computer lab for families.
Something else that we are actually going to launch on Saturday is a Learn Center. It is an adult education resource, so people can come in and get help with job hunting, interview skills, ESL, things that they need to make their lives better.
All right, and with the $3 million renovation, the library also received its first fresh coat of paint in over 10 years. The indoor renovations were funded through the 2017 to 2022 bond program. The reopening events start in just a little bit at 10 a.m. Now to plans in place here to reintroduce Lolita to the ocean. So this is the orca that's been delighting audiences at the Miami Seaquarium for decades.
But it's not as simple as just opening our tank, and there are those who say it's simply the wrong thing to do. Here's ABC's Gio Benitez with the story.
A moment of jubilation. The 1993 film Free Willy, when Willy, a male orca, was set free after a life in an enclosure. Yeah! And here at the famous Miami Seaquarium, Toki, also known as Lolita, the most popular star headliner for decades, is one step closer to her own liberation.
I promise, and it means that we can show the world that if we work together, we can make it happen.
The owner of the Miami Seaquarium, the Dolphin Company, along with the nonprofit Friends of Toki, agreeing to begin the process of returning the 57-year-old, 7,000-pound orca back to her home waters.
The initial step is to move her to what we call a sanctuary in the Pacific Northwest. That would be a netted enclosure of 10 to 15 acres, and she would eventually have the ability to move into the outer area as she is comfortable, but still provide her with the level of veterinary care.
But there are serious concerns about reintroducing her into a new environment, especially from her former trainer Shannon Simpson, who worked with Toki for nearly 6 years.
She's just an animal who doesn't like change. And there is a reason why she is one of the oldest killer whales in the world. It's because she was so well taken care of and so loved.
In recent years, Toki has experienced several health issues and must be strong enough to sustain the 3,000-mile journey to the Pacific Northwest. Indianapolis Colts owner and philanthropist Jim Irsay joining the effort, committing resources to help make it happen.
When I promise something, I promise it and deliver. You are going home.
Wow. All right, and that was ABC's Gio Benitez reporting. Yeah, very interesting. We were just talking about what type of journey.
Make a documentary. I hope everything works out for her.
Yeah, obviously a beloved orca there in the Florida area, and we'll see what happens here, what develops.
It's 9:41 and 69 degrees.
All right, up next we meet Luna and Soul. These are the newest additions to the San Antonio Zoo.
You don't want to miss this. I mean, baby sloth video. Nothing really gets cuter than that.
Alert.
All right, 9:41, 69 degrees. Shaping up to be a beautiful day this Saturday. Mia Montgomery will have our full weekend forecast when we come back.
All right, welcome back. Cuteness alerts here. The Alamo City was asked what they wanted to name the 2 new baby sloths at the San Antonio Zoo.
And the community overwhelmingly voted for the names Soul and Luna. So I was able to visit them and visited the Butterfly Rainforest exhibit at the zoo to get a close-up look at the exhibit's new residents.
Inside the Butterfly Rainforest, you won't just find hundreds of butterflies from Central and South America, but other Central American natives. Meet Soul and Luna, 2 pup sloths. The 2-fingered sloths arrived at the zoo in December. They are just under a year old, and now they are ready to move into their new space. The community has donated, voted, and chosen their names, Soul and Luna, which mean sun and moon.
Because of the generous donations of our San Antonio Zoo community that we are able to name them.
Liz Johannick is an animal ambassador and works closely with Soul and Luna. She says Luna is a bit of a ham. She loves to climb and knows when she is on camera. Her favorite foods are grapes and green beans.
She definitely likes to eat the green beans the most, and she probably is more outgoing.
Soul knows what he likes, and sleeping in his room is his most favorite thing. Did you know sloths sleep 15 to 20 hours a day? What a life.
Soul is a little bit more reserved, so Soul kind of likes what he likes. I would say, takes a little bit more time to warm up to things.
Soul and Luna are a perfect fit for the Butterfly Rainforest. They eat fruits and vegetables and will make great roommates with the butterflies. The San Antonio Zoo is the first zoo in the country to have sloths and butterflies that are living together. Liz says guests can learn more about Soul and Luna through their Animal Ambassador program and the importance of saving their native rainforests.
We actually have a program in Central America called Project Selva that helps with some of the rainforests that you would find these sloths in. And so we want the public to kind of feel responsible and help the animals to thrive by coming and visiting and donating to the zoo.
You can meet Soul and Luna and see them here at the Butterfly Rainforest exhibit or when they're out and about with their Animal Ambassador team. I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News. So that butterfly that was on my shoulder had just come out of its chrysalis, so its wings were still drying, and that's why she just like hung out.
Were you just in heaven?
I was in
right
heaven.
there?
I was like,
With
butterflies
the little baby sloth behind you.
I can't get over that
butterflies?
sloths sleep 15 to 20 hours a day.
What
Sign me up.
Right.
I am about that.
They were saying Soul because he's more reserved. He just likes to be in his room asleep all day, and he'll come out when he gets hand-fed snacks.
Oh my goodness, that is the life right there.
That is the life.
Soul and Luna, they are precious. That was such a good story, Sarah.
Visit them at the San Antonio Zoo Butterfly Rainforest exhibit.
That's amazing. All right, weather-wise today, weekend plans, outdoor plans here in San Antonio looking fantastic, but do want to show you the pollen count for today. Once again, for oak allergy sufferers, oak is unfortunately very high this Saturday. Molds, mulberry, and pecan are low, but still wish that oak number would come down just a little bit. Other than that, here in town, we've got drier air in place. Feels fantastic stepping out the door this morning. 65 degrees here in San Antonio, a little bit warmer across our far southern and eastern counties. 72 in Kennedy, also more muggy there. That drier air hasn't fully been able to move into our far southern counties just yet. 75 in Cotulla. Across the hill country, though, chilly in Junction, upper 40s this hour, 58 currently in Kerrville. Partly cloudy skies expected throughout the day today, helping those temperatures warm around 81 through the lunchtime hour, 84 by 3 p.m. and then later this afternoon by about 4 to 5 here in San Antonio. We'll top off in the mid 80s. And if you're stepping out for any Saturday evening plans, we'll see those thermometers drop off into the 70s after the sun goes down. General theme this afternoon, warmer, even a little hot, especially across our southwestern counties, a little bit cooler across portions of the hill country. 82 in Kerrville is that forecast high. 91 in Cotulla later this afternoon, 86 in Del Rio, and again around 85 here in the Alamo City. We've got about a 10, maybe 20% chance later this afternoon into the early evening to find a stray light passing shower closer to San Antonio. Also throwing in a 20% chance for a few showers to a stray storm closer to the Rio Grande in our far southwestern counties. Already have seen a little bit of that isolated activity. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit more throughout the remainder of the day. Overall theme, though, once again being most of us will stay dry throughout a good portion of this Saturday. Later tonight by around 9 to 10 p.m. across our southwestern counties, closer to the Winter Garden region. A few more isolated pop-ups, certainly not off the table. We see a warm front move in tomorrow morning. That's going to bring the moisture back into the area and a 20% chance for a few more isolated showers to a stray rumble of thunder. Not out of the question there as well. Low 60s transitioning to the mid to upper 80s. Check out early next week. Low 90s on Monday, mid 90s on Tuesday. Again, we could potentially break a record if that 95 on Tuesday verifies. The current record high is 93. So it is a little taste of summer that is right around the corner. But if that's too hot for you, never fear. We've got another front that's going to move in early Wednesday, some cooler air and a more favorable weather pattern for, yes, maybe some beneficial rain. So a lot of details we got to hash out on that. Definitely a forecast to check back in on, especially by early next week, guys.
We're going to pretend Monday and Tuesday just didn't happen.
Yes, exactly. Just look ahead to the, yes.
It's not real. It's a joke. It's a late April Fool's joke.
Mondays.
Right?
Oh, God.
Thank you, Mia.
You bet.
It's 9:50 and 70 degrees. We're going to take a look outside with TransGuide. You can see the sun is up there. Loop 410 at Ingram. Traffic is moving smoothly. If any incidents pop up, we will let you know about them.
Welcome back to Good Morning San Antonio. Vogue Philippines has unveiled its latest cover star.
It's incredible. She's 106 years old. So Wapo Wang Odin is a tattoo artist. Oh, she's beautiful. Yeah, she's from the mountain village in the Philippines. She's been perfecting the art of hand-dipping tattoos since she was a teenager after being taught by her father, the Philippines' oldest traditional tattoo artist.
Yeah, unbelievable story here. So international visitors now make up most of her clientele, and she is the oldest person ever to appear on a Vogue cover. Vogue Philippines says that she represents what is beautiful about the Filipino culture. Yeah, she absolutely looks beautiful.
Love it. Okay, before we head to break, we want to give a birthday shout out to Asian Bermia.
Look at this guy.
Happy birthday!
Asian is a photojournalist with GMSA. I work with Asian all the time. We're good friends. Happy birthday, Asian.
Yeah, very talented photojournalist here with us with his beautiful family right there, his wife. And we also have another birthday shout out here.
Stephanie.
Good Morning San Antonio anchor, Stephanie Sedana.
Happy birthday, Stephanie.
Yeah, you see her daughter, Rooney, and one of our other photojournalists, Luisine Fuegos, right there. So, yeah, congrats to them, too.
Yeah, happy
it's a big birthday day for them.
Yeah.
Big birthday.
2 members of our GMSA team have April 1st birthdays.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, time now is 9:55, and we're looking at 71 degrees outside right now.
We'll be right back.
All right, a quick little update on that lone Maverick County storm that we were monitoring. That is fizzling out, but there is some additional downpour activity trying to cross over the Rio Grande near Eagle Pass. We'll keep eyes on that. For most of us, we are quiet out there right now. Temperatures are in the 60s and 70s, now warming up to 75 over at SA International just ahead of the 10 a.m. hour. It's 55 in Comfort, so a little bit cooler up into the hill country along I-10 there. 58 in Kerrville, 76 in Hondo, though. 68 at Stinson and 76 over at New Braunfels there east of San Antonio. Today, partly cloudy skies expected, drier air here in town. It's going to be a beautiful start to the weekend. Around 81 by lunchtime, 84 by 3 p.m. For most of us, we are topping off in the mid-80s in and around San Antonio. A little bit warmer across our far southwestern counties. A wind out of the east-northeast at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Okay, the humidity moves in tomorrow. A couple isolated showers possible to a stray thunderstorm there as well. Overall coverage is pretty limited. Low to mid 90s Monday and Tuesday of next week. Then we see that next front move in, and yes, more promising rain chances by Thursday and Friday. So we'll definitely keep eyes on where the data takes us on that over the next few days.
Thank you, Mia.
You bet.
Hey,
Sarah,
thanks for joining us.
It was great. Say hi to Taylor Swift for us.
Yes.
I'm going to Taylor Swift.
In her Eras tour.
Eras tour. I'm in my Eras tour.
Yes.
Happy Saturday. I'm like the Bejeweled era.